was not recording, and I wanted to get that up. So I am now recording.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Thanks for the invite here. I know we've been trying to get this happening in a couple different types of spaces on Twitter and inside of VCs and stuff like that. It hasn't just worked out because, we're busy, busy people. But yeah, I was excited to come on here and talk a little bit about Treat and, what we have unfolding literally in front of us almost moment to moment of every day since the stealth launch of the Treat contract. So yeah, basically, I'll give you just a kind of a little bit of a rundown. I'm not going to talk too much about myself because at the end of the day, I'm just nobody. I'm a community member who has been blessed to be a part of this journey from the very beginning. Treat was, a stealth launch contract that was found by a community member who was looking for Treat, knowing very well that, we're on the heels of Shibarium being launched and the, SHIB community really wanting to see Ryoshi's vision come to fruition with a full ecosystem of the five tokens that have been talked about with the ecosystem for quite some time now with SHIB, Leash, Bone, Treat, and She stablecoin. And as we are approaching what I feel is the end of the beta testing for Shibarium and looking at a live launch of the blockchain sooner than later, it would make sense that the other tokens that complete the system would be coming available to community members. So um, Treat was stealth launched in January 13th, 14th, depending on what time zone you're in. Um, and the contract was stumbled upon a community member who was looking for it. Found it on the Etherscan, and within the contract on Etherscan led him to a Telegram channel group that, when he joined it, was already set up. It had a website pegged as the official SHIB token website. It had the Treat logo that you see associated with our accounts, Telegram, Twitter, all of our socials. And we just have community members who have taken those attributes and made them polished. We up the resolution on the token, logo. We added a website of our own so that we could take the initiative, as Ryoshi always said, if you want something done, do it yourself, right? If you're going to ask a question, he's going to return that question back to you, um, in hopes that people and community will begin to understand that true decentralization starts with community members taking initiative to create action so that we can move in a positive direction. And that's what we've been fostering at Treat as we await, an official announcement, which is what we don't have right now. So for me, it's so important for me to talk about the facts rather than talk about the speculation of what Treat, is or where it belongs or how it fits in. Uh, Over the course of the last 4 months, we've really been able to follow many, many clues and breadcrumbs, which has led us to more facts being, uncovered as a community. We work together. But the stealth launch of Treat was on January 13th, 14th. It's a liquidity burn token. It is a 0 tax. The contract is renounced, and it is deflationary. The
Real
circulating
quick, I kind of want
supply.
to stop you real quick because this
Yeah.
touches on a lot of points we made last Saturday, like the renounced contract. Can you explain a little more significance about the renounced contract aspect of it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm by no means like a coder or anything like that, but for me, like, and for any community, as you start to, break down contracts and how they work, a renounced contract basically means that nothing in it can be altered or changed. It is what it is. The supply is what it is. The taxes are what they are, and it means that there is a dead wallet, and it cannot be altered or changed by any human being. It cannot be altered, which uh, you know, leads us to what we call a safe contract, meaning that nobody can pull the liquidity. It cannot be rug pulled, and it cannot be taken away. And it also means that that there is no one person in charge. This means that the community is responsible for spreading the word, making it work, you know, buying into the ideas of what treat, the contract, the vision, and everything. And it brings people together. It isn't, a group of people relying on a dev. It is a group of people who have now a foundation of a really great code, a really great contract that's safe, that allows us to focus on the utility of what we're supposed to be doing, not watching price action or charts or things like that.
So, in your opinion, this would foster a more organic building around a token, wouldn't it?
Um, at the end of the day, organic is the best way to go. And through organic building, because there is no one person in charge, we all become relevant in representing what we believe in. At the end of the day, our belief is in Ryoshi's vision and making it come and having it come to fruition as a full decentralization ecosystem, economic system, as we know and watch the world economics falling apart around us. So, at the end of the day, it's so important for us to organically grow our community based on the facts that we have, the vision that we follow, um, and then knowing that every time as we take a step on the journey, we're going to have people come, we're going to have people go. But that's the beauty of something like this where we're so community based. We're going to pick up and we're going to leave off, and then we're going to continue on. And people will come along the journey, and people will stay. And at the end of the day, they become the foothold of the table that we've built. So I believe that the organic build of Treat and any token within any ecosystem, as safe contracts with code that is, you know, factual code, right? Like the code does not lie. This is
Uh,
our biggest thing. The code
yes.
does not lie, right? So organic build means that you bring believers, you bring people who believe in the vision. Um, and the ones that don't, they fall off. It's just the way it goes.
That's right, because what you see, what I see in a lot of projects is, you'll have a dev that's very passionate about his project. He builds it, he tries to get it out there, but trying to do everything yourself, you get burnout, and then even if your project is really, this great project that's going to change the world, if you get burned out, the project just dies out. And then when you have an organic build and more people getting that passion than just the dev himself, even if people get burned out, the project can carry on. And this lessens the chance of people getting rugged or scammed or losing money just from a dev getting burned out. Uh,
For
ki-
sure. And we don't have an active dev in our chat, in our, inside the community right now. Um, I believe solely that, a dev is designed to be one who performs what it is he's supposed to perform, right? And we see that through the ether scan, and we see how, you know, over the course of the last 4 months, the dev has continued to work, right? The communities continued to work, and so we have brought into harmony this beautiful layout of this amazing mini ecosystem surrounding Treat, as the dev has just focused on what it is the dev is supposed to do, right? Um, and we continue through our community members to bring on and bring in people with knowledge that allows for us to build in ways that, you know, people who have knowledge in code, people who have knowledge with socials, people who have knowledge of building community, people who have, we're able to spread our talents and our attributes throughout the entire community, which allows for us to continue to build the community in a way that's based, that's organic, that's true to the vision, while the dev does what he does, right? Which is to build the ecosystem, follow the code, and continue to implement what it is that the end goal is, right? Which is for Treat as the reward token within the Shiba ecosystem on Shibarium.
that is right. And then, so you keep bringing up ecosystem about Treat.
Sure.
What is all part of the tree ecosystem that the community is currently aware of?
All right. So I'm not going to give much on timelines because it's been, I couldn't tell you if it's Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. I know, what day of the week it is or anything like that. But
Yeah, I'm
what
bad
we're
with
seeing is
timelines.
that, right, right. What we know is that, treat is what I consider to be the central token of this little mini ecosystem, which has been built around treat. And so, with the help of a community member who has an expansive knowledge base of codes and how they work, and then utilizing ChatGPT with the codes of other contracts that have been released around treat. There's a really great visual going around. I don't know if you can pop it into the chat or not. I don't have it with me right now, but it kind of breaks down what we're seeing from the ecosystem, where we have, Treat at the center. Treat is designed to support She stablecoin, which was also stealth launched. Um, and then around that, we also have Revolution, we have wake up or awaken. We have unity. We have shy. Um, and these are the tokens that all perform some sort of task or utility or provide some sort of stabilization or a layer or level of security to the treat token. So what we've been able to see is that when there are buys and when there are sells, first of all, treat has its own burn mechanism, and then She also has a burn mechanism for treat, and Wake Up also has a burn mechanism for treat. So we have three different ways, uh, contract wise, that are burning treat. And then anybody's able to burn treat if they want to send their treat to the dead wallet. So we have four ways that contribute to the deflationary state of treat being burned, which is going to cause a supply shock. I mean, I don't know exact number right now, but maybe somewhere around 2% of the supply is left in Shiba Swap, which is another really key element for us knowing that Treat was launched on Shiba Swap. It wasn't launched on Uniswap or anything else. It was self launched on Shiba Swap, unlike many of the other tokens which are launched on Uniswap. Um, so for us, these other tokens that I talk about, Revolution, Wake Up, or and Unity and She, and they are providing balance and support to the treat ecosystem. In what ways? We're still figuring that out, but we can see things like the word governance being used. We can see words like DAO. We can see words like DEX or swap, or when we see the collateral, because treat is actually paired with several other tokens, so that it is collateralizing both She and treat, um, which will provide for us the stability to keep, um, the token, supported, consistently supported, which isn't something that you see. These pairs have been created by community members, and they've burned the liquidity. They've been matched by the dev, so that for us is confirmation that we're doing the right things, that we're taking the right steps, and that we're supporting the token the way that he or she would like to see it supported. Um, so this little mini ecosystem um, allows for self sufficiency through code, until we have the next step, which for us, is Shibarium.
That is correct, and which hopefully will be out by July, I think was the estimate from the Discord officially. At this, we're kind of running short on time. I know you got to get going. So at this time, I want to open up the chat to questions. So, guys, if you have any questions regarding, not, so I'm having a hard time speak today. If you guys have any questions about treat, please tag me in your questions, and we'll get to them. And then we'll also move on to Kevin here after the question part, and then that'll be today's episode, guys. Thank you everyone for joining, and we appreciate the time you guys take to join us. So at this time, please ask all your questions in the chat. And while they do, if there's anything else you would like to say about Treat before we move on.
I think my closing words are really just, I want to echo, you know, you have Shaitoshi. He's working to build a layer blockchain that is going to help change the way that we do finance, right? And decentralizing um, through Ryoshi's vision. To me, it's so important for people to understand that decentralization is not just financial. It is a mindset. It is a love. It is a becoming of one. It is a becoming of taking back power that we've given away over time. Um, and at the end of the day, none of us are to stand in any judgment of any one person or their situation, but rather to be that beacon of hope, that beacon of light, that there is going to be an opportunity for change here. We only need to step into it and take it and continue to reach out, share, and spread the word, and really empower people to get educated, really empower people to do their own research, teach people how to do that. And at the end of the day, we have faced our fair share of FUD. We've been called lots of names. We've been blocked, deleted. We've been told that we're scammers and all this. And at the end of the day, when this all comes to fruition and light, we will welcome them into the community too, knowing that, every single person, we are stronger together, right? And unity and unifying people is the main goal as we reach out for decentralization to get power back to the people so that we can see more people thriving and less people just trying to survive.
I couldn't have said it any more perfectly than that. Thank you so much. I think our community is, a little in shock of hearing all this kind of information. I think it's a little different than what they're used to, but they're definitely hearing it and taking it in. And again, guys, if you have any questions at any time, just go ahead and tag me, and I will make sure to ask them. If you guys want to continue your journey of researching Treat and its ecosystem, please jump in their Telegram, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you guys out. And thank you again, Crypto Moms, for joining us and telling us all about Treat and its stealth launch and its exciting community.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me on here today. I hope that we can continue the conversation. Do this again as we continue to uncover what we believe is literally a life changing opportunity for so many people.
Yes, well, we would love to have you back, and of course, hopefully we can get maybe during a weekday. It seems we get better attendance on the weekday chats than we do on the Saturday ones. So there would be a better opportunity, I think.
Sounds great. If there are questions, you can leave them in the chat. I'm going to jump out because I'm going out to dinner with friends, but I'll come back in and see if there are any questions that I can answer, or definitely take your questions. You can find all the information on how to jump into our Telegram. I know Clinton posted it earlier, so jump into the Treat Telegram, ask your questions there. We're open book. We have tough conversations all the time. We're no stranger to, being present for people and asking questions, as I know that this is different than a lot of people are used to, but different doesn't mean bad. Different means change, and different means a new way of thinking, and different means an opportunity for change and learning. And we're all for it. So, but on that note, I'm going to jump out. But thank you so much for having me. And yeah, we'll chat soon.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us. It's a lot of exciting information, a lot of great potential here. I encourage everyone to do their own research, jump in telegrams, and you know, dive down that rabbit hole. We were going to move on to Kevin from Back, but I'm not seeing him in the chat now. But we do have one question from James. If you're still here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just reading it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I do not have an audit. It's not something that the community has put forth. Um, and the reason why is because we have a safe contract. The contract is renounced. things cannot be changed. It it is the tools that are available for you to check if a contract is clean and clear are out there. All you have to do is take the contract. There are many websites that, break down the code that tell you if it is a legit, we got 100 out of 100 on Token Sniffer. We have, on Dex Tools, we're reading as a clean contract, all of that stuff. So we're not worried about security. And we know that at the right time, the audit will be done by the right people. But at this time, it's not something the community has taken on. Secondly, the team, how does the team plan to maintain guarantee there is a change or not?
Yeah, I don't
Well, first
understand
of
that.
all, yeah, I mean, first of all, we'll say that, that at this time that the team, um, we're not a team. We are a bunch of community members who happen to find this contract and stumble upon a community and build together. We are individual people, everyday, normal, 9 to 5 working moms, dads. We have a wide variety of community members, mods, who are there just to answer and direct people, to resources like Ryoshi's Vision, like our Medium. We have 5 Medium articles that literally take all the breadcrumbs and the facts and lay it out so that every single person that comes in the community has resources and support to do their own research and make a decision